Well. The Astros got fucking busted cheating. It's not like we didn't know it was happening, but now we know it happened. So, what do you think about stealing signs? I'll tell you, it's fine if it's natural. If the fucking pitcher's tipping, if he does this before a curveball, if he does this before a slider, fine, and you pick up on it, you get the advantage any way you can. This shit, cameras out in fucking center field, banging on garbage cans, fucking AJ Hinch going, whatever the fuck that shit that they're doing is. I'm glad you got busted. Enjoy your tainted ring. Enjoy your fucking fake championship and your asterisk, motherfuckers, with your goddamn train going around with the oranges and the fucking sleeping conductor. Fuck you! Fuck you! Back to you guys.
In the beginning, there was baseball. It is November 13th, and I'm CJ. How you doing there, Evan?
I'm doing good. We're going to talk about the Houston Astros today. I'm very excited. Let's get right into it.
I'm very excited. By the way, before we get started, I'm on the Twitter at CJ in Pinstripes, and he is on the Twitter
at Evan D. Wetzel 4.
Evan D. Wetzel 4. Make sure you subscribe to us, folks. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Subscribe to us on, if you listen to us on Spreaker. Subscribe
Definitely
to us
on Spreaker, please. iTunes, like you just said.
Yeah.
YouTube's really important. We got 38 of you
YouTube,
there, and we appreciate it, but we need that to grow, and we need you guys to write comments and tell us what you want to hear each week.
So how about this? We're going to talk about some stuff that's in the news. Let us know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know what you think. Let us know which of us is the biggest idiot of the day. We know who it's going to be. But, yeah, let us know what you think. So let's go through a timeline of this. So we've got two players here. We've actually got two players. So one is Mike Fiers. Mike Fiers, who played for the world champion 2017 Houston Astros. We're going to start putting air quotes on that. Mm-hmm. We're also going to put all the asterisks in the world because he says, yeah, we totally taped from center field. Right. We totally taped people's signs and kind of tipped our players off as to what was coming.
Right, and a lot of people on Twitter are saying that is the biggest issue that he told this. It was probably going to come out anyway. This is just like opening the floodgates kind of thing. Now they're going to do a huge investigation, and they're probably going to undig a lot more stuff than just this little bit.
Yeah, so that was the one player. The other player is Carlos Beltran, and Carlos Beltran was a part of that team too.
That's correct.
And he
said,
said,
I forgot about that.
That was his last stop.
Yep.
That was it.
Was Brian McCann also on that team?
Yeah, that was after. Yeah. The Yankees had traded McCann to the Astros. Yeah, but Beltran. Yeah, Beltran said that it didn't happen. Beltran denied it.
Beltran just got a managerial job for the Mets, his first one. He cannot say anything remotely.
Yeah, but you would think if he wants to keep himself out of this, he would just go, "Hey, no comment, folks."
I guess, but I mean...
Because I feel like denying it just drags him into it even more.
In the long run, it might. Or maybe he just doesn't know. He's not a pitcher.
That's true.
You know, he's on the complete opposite side, and I've heard things about Beltran, and I don't want to jump in on it, but I've heard that he gets very cliquey with certain players, and he keeps to himself in that area of the clubhouse. So maybe he just did not see it.
Maybe. It's possible. I've heard that Other things I've heard about is that the Astros team had several players that were not cool with it. So I don't know who those players are, but let's try to keep that in mind, that it's not like everyone on the Astros was, let's cheat. It was,
Charlie Morton left.
Charlie Morton did leave.
I know he was considering retirement, but
I don't think the Astros, I don't think even gave him the contract that the Rays gave him.
No, I don't think they even really looked at.
He left because he was
right. He left because he wanted one last deal, and they gave him the 2 years, and he took it. I don't know what my point was on that, but
very, very bad look. I mean, the Astros have already had their assistant general manager get the axe for his disgusting remarks. I mean, let's call them what they are. I'm all for abusing women, let me tell you. But no, it's not okay when I'm just kidding. Please don't. ban us
Jesus
from YouTube.
Christ, dude.
It's not cool, man. And now you have Lundau saying all this stuff about, hey, we're cooperating with the investigation. So
Right, and that's kind of a red flag to me too. Like you just said, if they didn't do anything, it was said no, absolutely not. But we're going to cooperate with an investigation. Usually means that they've done something wrong.
Yeah. So here comes the question, right? Is this something that is prevalent in baseball? I feel like if it was, why would Mike Fiers single out the Astros? You know what I mean?
No, I agree, and I talked about this with Joe briefly in the hallway. There's a big difference between in-game cheating when you're picking off signs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, totally fine.
That's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's managers going against managers and figuring out how they're managing the game. They came up with a system to cheat and used it over multiple years.
Yeah, and
that's a big deal.
I think when the Phillies kind of did something a few years ago when they had that guy in the bullpen with the binoculars, I think everyone, general consensus, came to this conclusion. Right. Yeah, sign stealing is fine if it's the players doing it on the field. Sign stealing is not cool if there's any sort of third party involved. Right. So that's can't have technology or
front office
some dude just peeping from the bullpen.
I mean, look how upset we got with the Patriots Spygate of the Jets.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Right, and we all know, again, that also happened because someone who used to be with the organization blew the whistle. It was Mangini who was with the coach of the Jets. Stop it with your poop. Enough with the poop. You like everything's poop with you.
You like to fart. Everything's fart.
Freaking man poopies. I have no problem with poop and fart.
I was actually going to bring up man poopies
today. I have a big problem when you use the sacred poop in just terrible, terrible nicknames. So stop it with the poop. Come up with something better.
I'm going to continue.
Everything doesn't have to be poop and poopies.
It drives you nuts.
Just poop this, fart that, duty plop plop. That's all you ever come up with.
It's hilarious. Look at his reaction.
So, you've completely made me lose my train of thought with that dumbassery. Right. So, anything you want to add?
No, I'm just gonna let you suffer for a couple seconds.
Well, I can't be the only one talking, right? So how
correct? So my point for Morton is that he leaves and he goes over to Tampa Bay, and he's actually in the Cy Young discussion. I don't think he's gonna win it. It's probably gonna be Cole.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Cole.
But it's Verlander, Cole, and Morton are the three candidates.
It's probably gonna be Cole, and it's probably gonna be Verlander number 2, which leads me to a trivia question for you.
Okay,
ready? Who was the last pair of teammates to finish 1-2 in the Cy Young voting?
God damn it, I know this.
Just think of all of the great combinations. And I'll give you a hint. It wasn't that long ago. It wasn't like we're going back 4 decades. But it wasn't super recent either.
Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling?
Bam!
Okay, awesome.
Not only did they do it, they did it in back-to-back years.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. When Randy Johnson
once
had to
you
stretch,
said that, I started picturing, it's got to be around the 2000s.
Yeah.
And
when Randy Johnson had a stretch of 4 straight Cy Youngs, twice Curt Schilling finished second back-to-back.
Unbelievable. I mean, I think Kurt's a Hall of Famer. If Mike Messina is, I think they both deserve to be for separate reasons. But
they have comparable numbers. I mean, they both they pitched in a very, very strong offensive era. Right. They both, kept runs off the board. Yeah. Neither of them were super, super strikeout guys, but they were solid pitchers who could really play defense at their position and could keep the ball in the stadium. And Schilling's going to stay out for political reasons, but political in terms of, his obvious conservative views, but also political in that he's just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
He also doesn't know how to manage money very well.
Yeah, that whole video game thing, right? Yeah,
he spent $50 million on a Curt Schilling video game. I'm pretty sure it was Curt Schilling like baseball.
Curt Schilling baseball. What is this, like 1996, and we have, what was that, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball?
Well, that was great.
Call me Junior. Remember that? That is the second best N64 intro song ever, beat only by WWF No Mercy.
Okay.
That is, I can listen to that all day. Another trivia question. Actually, you know what? I'll hold off on that. I'm not sure if we have more to discuss on this whole Astros gate thing. So the question becomes like, let's say something happens here, right? Let's say they find evidence that the Astros did what they're being accused of doing.
Right.
What's the punishment? I think what we should do is void the last 7 World Series and give them to the Yankees, just for really good measure. I think you start there. I think you void Jacoby Ellsbury's contract with back pay, so the Yankees get that entire contract back. And then finally, I think the Yankees should get Mike Trout. Just for free, the Angels still have to pay him.
Why did the Angels get...
Well, because the Yankees shouldn't have to pay for him.
Okay.
It should just be, that should be their punishment.
The Astros cheat and fuck the Angels.
Yeah, I mean, the Angels are kind of stuck in this shitty scenario where, wrong place, wrong time. You just so happen to have Mike Trout.
Do they get Jacoby?
Yeah, I mean, the contract is voided, so it's a little hairy. I guess the Angels can have first dibs to sign him on league minimum.
This is a stupid conversation.
You bet it is. But actually, though, what should happen?
I think that it should be less than the sanctions that the Braves got, but I think it should be something similar to that structure. Maybe not a lifetime ban.
Yeah,
but
Lundau shouldn't be banned.
There should be no lifetime bans, but maybe they should have some fines, some suspensions, some loss of future and current draft picks, and maybe a prospect here or there.
I would say, yeah. I don't know about loss of prospect. I think that would be a little extreme because the only reason the Braves lost prospect is because they gave the system to sign them. I would say that a proper what you would do is you would take away their first round pick for maybe 2 years, and find them a big amount of money and maybe hit them in the international free agent pool.
They have so many resources though, the draft picks and everything. They're a deep system, so the sanctions have to be high for it to make an impact.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to punish them extra just because they have more.
Correct.
You want like whatever. Let's say the Royals had done this, they should get the same punishment. So
right.
I don't think you should scale it just based on what the Astros are capable of doing.
They should get rid of Altuve.
Yeah, I think Altuve should also be forced to walk naked through the city of New York in February.
You can throw like prunes or cherries at him or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say bags of poop, but
poop. Okay,
yeah,
that works.
But we're not gonna call him Al Poope or anything like that. Yeah, God damn it.
You love it.
You were too quick on that. Okay, cool. So we're done on that. Let's talk some awards.
Okay. Let me open this real quick.
So the first, just watching you do that, you have no motor skills, man. You're using your teeth to open a bottle of tea.
My wrist is still kind of broken.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even realize you didn't have the cast on this time. Yeah, good job.
I should probably have it on because that really hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, I think opening iced tea shouldn't hurt your wrist. You're wincing as you twist that thing.
This actually really hurt.
Did the doctor take it off?
Of course.
Did you take it off?
It's been 6 weeks. They said.
Did you take it off yourself?
I took it off.
Why?
They told me I had to replace it after 6 weeks.
So why did you take it off? That's not your job.
It needs to be replaced tomorrow.
The doctor does it.
I did a great job. I know how to put it back on, too. You know I am trained in CPR and first aid. I know how to do this shit, bro.
That doesn't mean you're a doctor.
I was a lifeguard, bro.
Cool story. You're not a doctor.
If you broke your arm, I know what to do, bro.
No, the fuck you don't.
I do, actually.
No, the two tits you don't.
I do.
Please, if I break my arm, don't touch me.
Okay, I know plenty of things to do.
I'm asking you not to touch me. And I'm also asking you in the future not to remove your own casts.
That's fine.
I'm going to punch you in the wrist.
That would not be fine.
Awards. So I guess we can start off with Manager of the Year.
Yeah.
Manager of the Year in the American League was Rocco Baldelli. Which I know you're thrilled because you love Rocco Baldelli.
I do love Rocco Baldelli. I know I talked about him a lot before the season started, and I thought he was going to be a great manager. I didn't think he was going to win Manager of the Year in his first year. I thought Boone kind of deserved it because of all the injuries.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. So I feel like there are certain teams that will just never win this award. And I think the Yankees are just in that spot where you're the New York Yankees. You have Aaron Judge. They look at the roster and they go, this is what you have. We're supposed to win 100
It's
games.
exactly what my comment was about the Astros having all those assets.
Right.
The same thing. They look at something and they go, oh, no, I was treating them this way.
So here's the problem. No Giancarlo Stanton for basically 90% of the season. Mm-hmm. No Aaron Judge for a few months. Gary Sanchez on 2 different DL stints. You had injuries to Aaron Hicks. You didn't have Sevy for the whole season. You had Betances face 2 batters all season long. And what I have to say to this is, you know what I mean? I have to say to that, this is dumb. This is dumb. This is dumb. I mean, look, I'm sorry, man. The Twins were a good team, don't get me wrong. They played in the same division as 200 lost teams.
Right. And we also had the Herman issue to deal with.
The Herman issue, yeah. I mean, he brought that upon himself.
He brought it upon himself, but that's still an issue that the manager has to deal with the player and in the clubhouse.
Yep.
He has to talk to everyone about that.
So, disagree.
No, I disagree too.
The voters can eat my butt.
I mean, seriously, 30-plus injuries, and we managed to make Mike Ford and Tauchman into something special.
I got to tell you, man, if you had told me before the season started that the Yankees were going to have all those injuries, I'd be like, oh, cool, so they're going to win like 82 games.
Yeah.
And Aaron Boone is out here in his second year. Not only has he shown improvement. For the love of monkeys!
Shut the fuck up. Just keep talking. You made more reaction to that than the actual fucking sound, dude. Good job. Idiot.
It's so easy. The guy not only improved, he did it with basically a worse roster the entire season.
Right.
What about National League? I don't remember who won in the National League.
For manager?
Mickey Callaway. It was Mickey Callaway for Manager of the Year.
Who are the choices even? Do you know? I know it's the Braves manager, Snitker or whatever.
Snitker. Yeah.
Snitker.
I have the internet.
Okay, yeah, check.
Just talk until I find
it. Wasn't the Dodgers, Roberts. Or
that
whatever.
Would be a shame. Talk. Say things.
Okay, I am saying things.
Substantive things.
I don't have
it. Was
anything.
Schilt. It was Schilt.
Schilt won?
Yeah,
okay.
Schilt won the National League Manager of the Year, which I guess makes sense. There wasn't really... Yeah, I guess Martinez, for the way that he kind of had a case for the way that he really pulled the Nationals out of that early April and May hole that they were in.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the Cardinals... Verlander won. Verlander won the Cy Young Award.
I'm done.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's such bullshit. How the fuck did Verlander win? Seriously.
171, Cole 159.
What in the name of God?
That is fucking horseshit. That's a bigger difference than Boone. Drastically big. No, that's fucking horseshit. I'm sorry. Verlander was not the best pitcher this year. Not even close.
Christ.
Did they not fucking watch it? Did they not watch the fucking season? Seriously. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind right now.
I got to be honest with you. This was worse than Porcello a few years ago.
That one was when
he won. Oh, that's a bunch of
I don't even know what to say right now because he was drastically number 2. I'm sorry, it was so obvious it was Cole.
I don't know how Cole doesn't. All right, whatever.
Well, he's leaving your ass anyway, so fuck you, Astros.
Yeah.
Shit, fucking cheaters.
All right, I guess that kind of segues us into the NL, where we have a back-to-back winner. We have. Yeah, yay! We have whatever his name is. He won the Cy Young Award. He doesn't matter. He's on a bad team. Jacob do whatever. He's our National League.
No,
Cy Young
because
Award winner.
they have to love one New York team, so they're gonna love the team that doesn't do anything. Let's just go with the Mets. Let's give them some hardware so their stupid ass fans can be happy for a night. Why the fuck does it matter that DeGrom won? It's such stupid.
He earned it. Come on.
Did he?
Yeah, why not?
Did he?
Who was better?
They didn't do anything. They don't win anything. He wins every year.
So what? That's not the fucking award.
Stupid. It's a stupid award, and I'm pissed off. I don't like you, Joe. I don't like you right now. I hate Verlander. Verlander ruined it for DeGrom. That's why I'm pissed. I'm sure DeGrom's a very nice, lovely person, whatever, but I'm pissed off right now because all the awards went to shit this year. All of them. God fucking damn.
Even National League Rookie of the Year?
No, that was good.
Oh, so that one a Met can win, and you'll be fine.
That one, I mean, Pete Alonso, yeah, he broke a record. We'll give it to him. What did DeGrom do?
He was awesome.
For a team that does nothing.
That's not what the award
I don't
is.
care. That's my award. That's how I define the award, and that's how it's going to be.
Well, you know what? Why don't you submit that to MLB?
I
write
have.
them a letter,
They don't listen.
Write them a letter and tell them the Evan Wetzel Award.
Since '92, they don't listen.
The Evan Wetzel Award goes to who?
I don't know. I don't watch.
Pick
National
one.
League.
No, you got to pick one now. You can't rant about how Jacob DeGrom doesn't deserve it unless you have someone in your mind who does.
I don't.
Who wins? Pick a player. First pitcher you think of.
I'd give it to Strasburg.
Strasburg. I told you to pick the first player you thought of, and Strasburg was the one. You had so much potential to say something stupid.
I like Strasburg.
I'd give it to Adam Wainwright. Only because I can't believe he's still pitching.
He actually just got another 1 year deal.
Yeah, I know he did. And I shit you not, in like August of this year, I was like, Adam Wainwright is pitching still?
He's been 40 for the past 10 years.
Yeah, I think he's just perpetually 40. Yeah, correct. I remember when I thought he was toast after like 2016.
Yeah.
That was a rough season for him.
Yeah.
And here we are, the dude's about to pitch in 2020.
He's had some great seasons too, though.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was like 21-5 or something.
Yeah, his peak was really good.
St. Louis is very similar to like Cleveland in how they push out pitchers, really good pitchers constantly.
Yeah. And he also has the award for biggest nutsack for throwing Carlos Beltran a curveball on a 3-2 count in the NLCS.
Okay.
Those things have to be the size of bowling balls, let me tell you. Another thing, so this is a different trivia question here.
Oh, okay, another trivia.
Who was the last pitcher to win back-to-back Cy Young Awards? Let's say in the NL. I don't know if it's happened more recently in the AL. But I do think this is the most recent one. So I just give you a hint.
Would it be Verlander? He won last year?
Oh, did he win last year?
Did he? I can't remember.
Who won the Cy Young last year in the AL?
No, it wasn't. Was it Chris Sale?
It couldn't have been.
Chris Sale has 2, right?
Other than this year, because I came up with this question before Verlander won. So if he won last year, then this doesn't count. Okay. But who before this year? If it was Verlander, it was Verlander last year too. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Pedro. Okay. So there you go.
Cool.
So there you go. I love Pedro.
No, Pedro's awesome.
Even though
unbelievable. Wrong team.
So yeah, even though he played for the Red Sox, but I love him for 2 reasons. 1, he helped Luis Severino figure out how to pitch, and 2, the Yankees would spank him every time, except for that one game where he gave up a leadoff home run and then retired everybody and struck out 18. He can suck me for that one.
We destroyed him in the 2009 World Series.
It was so good. It was so good. Didn't he start Game 6?
I'm pretty sure he started 2 games. Game 2 and
But
6,
yeah, but he started
like
he started the one that the Yankees
He
clinched.
Yeah.
And Andy Pettitte started that game too. So that was like, dude, this is great. Yeah. The 2 pitchers that should end this.
In school in Rhode Island, and we went and partied in Boston. It was hilarious. It was good times.
That's awesome. I'm surprised you're alive.
Yep.
Other awards. American League Rookie of the Year. I should have been more prepared. I don't know who won this one either.
I actually don't either. Joe, our producer. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, we need. So in the meantime, while he does that,
prep for this episode.
In the meantime, while he does that, I got to say, over the weekend, I had a ham and Gruyere crepe. It was really good. It was really good. Giordano Alvarez. Yeah, Doy. I already knew that.
I knew that too, yeah.
Thank you, Joe, even though that was useless.
We both knew that. Jordan Alvarez.
And as a matter of fact, my crepe was more useful than Jordan Alvarez winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean,
Rookie of the Year was really, everyone could have guessed those 2 winners.
Yeah.
Alonso and Alvarez obviously deserved it.
I mean, he was unbelievable. He played half the season and still hit close to 30 home runs, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. This is 27 Down, the perfect podcast for the perfect game. We're done.